My beloved child, throughout your journey, I have silently watched your every step, every bowed head in quiet. Every moment your heart trembled with the weight of feeling lost in this vast world. I know how many times your heart has wavered, how often you've wondered whether your voice is strong enough to rise above the noise and chaos of the world. I have seen your striving, your struggles, even the times you lost faith in yourself, when you questioned whether your voice held meaning anymore, whether it could still reach anyone's heart. But now I say to you, you no longer need to fight to find that voice, for it has always been there within you, alive, sacred, and planted by me from the moment I formed you. The time has come. My child, this is no longer the hour to hesitate in silence or hide within the shadows of fear. I call you to rise, to lift your voice with courage and confidence, not because you are already good enough, but because I am with you. I am your strength in weakness, your certainty in times of self-doubt. Every word you speak, if it is born from the love and truth I have sown in your heart, will never be spoken in vain. They will not fall to the ground like raindrops that vanish unnoticed, but they will take root, grow within the hearts of those who hear, and bear fruit in the season I have appointed. Do you not know, my child, that your voice when spoken in my name is the echo of my own voice on earth? It is not merely a tool of communication, but a heavenly instrument infused with the life of the Spirit. When you speak in truth, in love and mercy, all of heaven stands behind you. The angels do not merely watch, but they uphold you, defend you, and strengthen every word you release. For you are not alone. Never have I left you alone, and never will I allow your voice to be silenced. I know that in the stillness of night, you sometimes look to the heavens and wonder, is anyone truly listening to me? You may feel like just one small voice among countless sounds, a flickering light amidst a thick darkness. But my child, in my kingdom, no word is meaningless. No whisper goes unseen. I do not measure the value of a voice by its volume, but by the love hidden within each word you speak, even a sincere word of encouragement. A quiet prayer whispered in solitude can move mountains if you place your full trust in me. Your voice does not need to be like anyone else's. It doesn't need to be loud or sharp like a trumpet in battle. It only needs to be true to yourself and true to me. I gave you your voice, not for comparison, but for sacred purpose. As a vessel carrying the breath of heaven, every time you speak something that reflects my heart, you are rebuilding what has been broken, reigniting hope in souls that are fading. You are doing something far greater than you realize. Even if the fruit is not yet visible to your eyes, I know your deep desire to make a difference. You long for your words to heal, to encourage, to guide. And I say to you, you absolutely can. Because I am the source of all that you long to do. Do not be afraid of not being enough. For it is in your very weakness that my power is revealed in fullness. I am shaping your voice so that it will not just be speech, but a sacred rhythm that bridges heaven and earth. My beloved child, give me your whole heart so that you may hear me clearly. Let me teach you when to speak and when to be still, when to comfort and when to call forth righteousness. Walk with me in every moment, and you will begin to see your voice take on new life, not a life born of man, but of the Spirit. You will speak words even you did not know you held within, because I will place my words in your mouth, just as I did with the prophets and those I have called throughout the ages. This world is in need of your voice. Amidst countless cries laced with hatred, that your voice, when lifted in love, will become a stream of cool water, soothing the parched souls. Among the deafening lies that seek to drown out the truth, your words spoken with integrity will shine like a beacon to help others rediscover faith. Do not hesitate, and do not wait for the right moment, because that moment is now. I have prepared you for this very hour. You were not created at random, nor do you live in this generation by chance. You have been chosen, sent, and equipped with the very voice I placed within you. So, my child, lift your voice, not to be heard, but to bring truth where it is needed, not to assert yourself, but to glorify the one who gave you life. Speak with the confidence that I am with you, that every word you utter in love will not be lost, but will be etched eternally into the fabric of eternity. I am here, listening to you, and I am proud of you. Keep walking, keep speaking, because the world is longing for your voice, a voice sanctified by me, filled with life by the Spirit, and upheld by heaven's eternal love. My beloved child, in a world filled with disorienting noise and shadows that seek to swallow every last glimmer of light, I have placed within you a precious gift that you may not fully understand yet, your voice, not merely a fleeting sound passing through life. This voice is a light I have given you to ignite hope in weary hearts. It is a sacred weapon against the dark forces that try to break humanity from within. Every time you speak, if you speak in love, with faith, and with the awareness that I am with you, your words will not just reach ears, but will pierce hearts, touching places of pain in need of comfort and wounds in need of healing. I know that you do not always feel strong. I understand the moments when you are weighed down by burdens no one sees. When the pressure feels overwhelming on your shoulders, there are days when each step you take feels like sinking deeper into the quicksand of doubt and weariness. Trials might come relentlessly, like unceasing rain, and at times you ask yourself, do I have the strength to go on? Does my voice even matter amidst all the negativity? But my child, pause and listen to me. I have never left you, not even for a breath. I am with you in every heartbeat, in every silent endurance, and in every time you muster your final ounce of strength to speak one kind word in a cold and indifferent world. Your voice need not be a loud proclamation in a public square, nor a slogan that catches everyone's attention. What I desire from you is not grandeur, but authenticity. If you speak from a heart touched by me, with sincerity untainted by ego, then even a whisper can become a lifeline that draws someone out of the abyss. For when you speak in my name, your voice carries power from on high. It can shatter chains binding souls, illuminate forgotten corners of the heart, and sow a small yet vibrant seed into someone's soul. Do not underestimate the power of what seems small. A single word filled with love, spoken to someone who feels invisible, can pull them back from the edge. A timely encouragement can become the anchor for an entire life. You do not need to see the results right away, but trust that the words you speak in truth and love will grow quietly within the hearts of others like a seed I tend to daily. These very words may be the instruments I use to heal what you could never reach with your hands. I also know that there are times when you choose silence. And, my child, do not think that silence equals weakness, for there are moments when your silence is a mark of maturity. Sometimes, saying nothing is the strongest voice, a sign of respect, a waiting, a patience born of love. I do not require you to always speak, but I do invite you to walk with wisdom, knowing when to speak and when to remain silent in peace. and I will be with you in both. This world needs voices like yours, not voices shouting for recognition, but voices that are gentle yet firm, quiet yet mighty. You are not alone in this journey. My angels surround you, encamping around you like faithful companions. They do not merely watch, they act. They lift you when you falter, whisper to your heart the messages I long to send, shield you from what you cannot see, and lead you where you are meant to go. Do not fear the situations beyond your strength, for it is within your limitations that my power is revealed most clearly. You were made for a purpose that no one else can fulfill. Your voice, with its tone, emotion, and unique experience, is an irreplaceable part of the greater picture I am painting on this earth. Do not compare yourself to others, for you were not created to be a copy of anyone. You are my one-of-a-kind masterpiece, and your voice is a vital instrument in the symphony I am composing to redeem the world. So, my child, no matter what tomorrow brings, whether you feel strong or weak, remember this: I am always with you. I trust you. I know that you can become a powerful vessel of light if you continue to lift your voice with love, with truth, and with faithfulness. Nothing you say in my name is ever wasted. No word from you is meaningless when you place it in my hands. Speak. When it is time, be silent. When it is wise, but in all things, do not forget that you are always enveloped in my presence. You are a small light in the world, but a light that no darkness can extinguish. And when you speak with the voice I have given you, all of heaven listens in silence, then moves with you, so that through your smallest words, the greatest miracles may begin. My beloved child, the holiest things are often revealed in the most ordinary moments, like when night falls and the whole world descends into silence. In that stillness, when mankind ceases its busyness, stops speaking too much, and all external noise fades away, that is when I speak. Not in thunder, not with the roar of oceans, but in a gentle whisper full of majesty, a voice calling out in the middle of the night. Just as I once called to Samuel, that was not merely a tale from the past, my child, but a living reminder that I am still calling, still searching for hearts that know how to listen amid life's quiet moments. My call is never random, and the name I speak is never empty. I call you by your name, the name I knew before you were formed in your mother's womb. Just as Samuel heard and responded, I am calling you today, and my word is not an empty word. It is the word of life, of truth, of a sacred mission that transcends all human understanding. You are called not only to listen, but to rise, to speak, and to carry the flame of light into lands still covered in cold. You may ask me, what do I have to say? Who am I to stand up amidst a world filled with arguments and chaos? And I answer you this: you are the one I have chosen, the one into whose heart I have sown a portion of my very own heart. You do not need to come up with something grand to speak, for it is I who have placed the words within your soul long ago. When you open your mouth with sincerity and obedience, what you utter will no longer be mere human speech. It will become sacred messages, arrows of light shot into the night, rays of hope reaching into corners no one else sees. The call of your Father is not a whisper easily forgotten, but a summons to action. It is not a comfort meant to keep you safe in the shelter of ease, but a stirring that moves you to step out, even when your feet are trembling. I do not call the perfect, I call those willing to listen. Just as Samuel once answered, Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. I long for a response that is simple yet true from your heart, for with that one response, I will do the rest. I will make you a voice in this generation, a voice unshaken by shallow words, unchained by fear, and anchored in truth and love. My beloved child, do not take lightly what I am calling forth in you. Do not let fear silence you when you were created to speak. This world is full of noise, yet starved for the voice that flows from love, righteousness, and wisdom from above. That is the voice I desire to place within you, not to debate, not to dominate, but to heal, to reveal the truth, to lift up those whose souls are weary from hearing too many cruel words. The voice you carry may be as gentle as the wind, but if it flows from my heart, it can melt even the most frozen places that have long since hardened. You are not alone. When you rise and speak, heaven rises with you. The angels stand beside you, strengthening you when you are weary and shielding you when the world resists what you represent. Do not worry if no one understands you right away, for the seeds of truth require time to grow. Your only task is to be faithful, the fruit, that is, my responsibility. Remember, my voice is not confined to churches or grand pulpits, but whispers in quiet bedrooms, in hospital hallways, in the silent tears falling onto your hands. I am there, and I am still calling. And today, I am calling you, not someone else, not some distant tomorrow, but now, here, where you are. I need you to step into your mission, not to bring perfection, but to bring light, not to change the whole world in one moment, but to speak the right word to the right person at the right time. You are called not because you are worthy, but because you are loved. And that love does not come from the world, it flows from my eternal heart. Let that love set fire to the flame within you. Let my voice echo in your soul like the call in the night that stirred Samuel's heart. And when you hear it, do not hesitate. Do not retreat. Say, "Here I am, Father." For from that moment onward, you will no longer speak as a mere human. You will speak as one sent with a purpose. You will speak as one sent by your Father, and your voice will do what no one expects. It will change hearts, bring healing, and awaken hope in souls that have forgotten how to dream. My beloved child, there will be moments in your life when your heart feels uncertain and your soul is surrounded by a flood of confusing voices. In the midst of everything around you, of what others say, and the feelings rising within you, you will ask yourself, is this truly your voice? Father, am I hearing you? Or just the echo of my own thoughts? I know this confusion well. I see the quiet wrestling in your heart when you long to obey, yet fear misunderstanding, afraid of doing something that might displease me. But my child, let me hold you in the tenderness of my love. And hear this from my heart, when you are honest with your doubts. You are already very near to me. You are not the first to question my voice, and you will not be the last. From the prophets of old until now, many have trembled when they heard me speak. For my voice does not always thunder like storm clouds above. More often, I come like a gentle breeze, a quiet whisper within, a still but convincing awareness deep in the soul. It is the voice of peace, not confusion, not chaos. When I speak, you will sense something profound, not a rushed compulsion, but a gentle invitation filled with love and clarity. My voice does not bring panic. It opens doors that lead you closer to the truth. At times, you may feel that the words rising within you are too beautiful, too grand to be your own. And that is exactly right, because it is I who am placing my words in your heart. Words filled with light, healing, righteousness, and compassion rarely come from the flesh. They are born from your silent but deep companionship with me, from choosing to listen when the world chooses noise, from staying still in prayer when others chase after clamor. The discernment I have given you, a gift from heaven, will help you know what is from me and what is only the echo of fear, doubt, or personnel désir. Remember, my dear one, I am not the one who leads you astray. I am the one who leads you to where the light is, where truth abides, where love never fails. As you walk in my guidance, you will feel a deep conviction in your spirit, even when no one else confirms it. My voice always contains three things: love, truth, and righteousness. If you feel moved to speak something that honors me, uplifts others, avoids tearing down, and does not feed pride or division, then know this: you are walking closely with my voice. I do not expect you to be perfect in every decision. I do not place a heavy burden on your shoulders to guess correctly every detail of divine direction. What I seek is a heart that seeks me, a soul that prays and listens. And when you genuinely long to hear me, even if you stumble or misinterpret something, I am still there to gently correct you. I never tire of teaching you, for you are my joy. You may feel small, but I have placed a great grace within you. In a generation chasing every voice out there, I call you to return to the inner voice where I dwell. Do not fear if others don't understand. Do not be dismayed if my words in you are not welcomed at first. You are not responsible for the outcome, only for your faithfulness. When you speak what I have placed in your heart with the right posture, humble, loving, and sincere, I will use those very words to touch people you never imagined. And my child, if there are times when you choose silence over speaking, when you feel not yet certain enough to voice what's in your heart, I do not condemn you. Sometimes, your silence is also obedience when you are waiting for clarity to rise within. I see that. I cherish your carefulness, as long as it comes not from fear, but from reverence and a desire to not misrepresent my heart. You are called by me, not because you have no doubts, but because in the midst of your doubts, you still choose to seek me. That is what moves me. That is why I still whisper, still gently knock on the door of your soul, still reveal small but precious things, so you know you are not alone in this journey of hearing and speaking on my behalf. So, my beloved, if today you hear a gentle voice within a quiet yet firm stirring, do not overlook it. Ask me, offer it to me, and if you feel peace in your heart, take courage and step forward. Speak the words you believe I long to say to the world through you, whether it is a word of comfort, a timely warning, or a small act of love. Remember this: when you speak in unity with me, all of heaven stands with you. I believe in you, and I believe that you will recognize my voice more clearly with each passing day. For my love is not just a distant concept, it is a living reality flowing through every breath, every heartbeat, every word that comes from your lips. I am always speaking. And you, my little one whom I love with all my heart, are the one I have chosen to listen and then to lift your voice in my name. My beloved child, perhaps many times in the quiet depths of your soul, you have asked, what does it mean to serve you with my voice? How can these small words of mine ever matter in your kingdom? And in that seemingly simple question, I see the deep longing within you, a longing not to live for yourself, but to live according to the purpose I placed within you from the very beginning of creation. Serving me with your voice is not something distant or beyond your reach. On the contrary, it is a living, honest, and love-filled journey that begins with the very words you choose to speak each day. Serving me with your voice means daring to speak the truth, even when that truth may cause you to feel isolated from the crowd. At times, standing up for what is right may lead to misunderstanding, rejection, or even hurt. But my child, truth never loses its value just because it is not embraced by the majority. When you speak words that carry light, even in a room full of darkness, that light still holds a power that cannot be extinguished. I do not call you to be a source of controversy, but I invite you to be a voice of integrity, a small lamp in the night, just bright enough to guide those who are stumbling in the dark. There will also be moments when serving me with your voice means learning to hold fast to your faith amidst skeptical gazes. You might be questioned, challenged, or surrounded by opposing views that make your heart feel like a small boat tossed about in the sea. But remember, your faith is not anchored in human approval, it is anchored in me, the one who does not change, who is not swayed by time or circumstance. When you speak of that faith, there is no need to shout or strain to prove anything. Only speak with the quiet certainty born from love, and that faith will become a refuge for weary and searching hearts, longing for something true and steadfast. To serve me with your voice also means using every word, even the simplest, everyday words, to uplift, encourage, and heal. In a world where speech is often used to judge, to criticize, or to compete, your words, if rooted in love, can become refreshing streams for hearts that are running dry. You do not need to be a powerful speaker or possess great knowledge. A well-timed word of comfort, a sincere frase, a humble encouragement spoken from a heart full of love, these can change a day, or even a life. You may not always see immediate results from what you say. The one you encourage may remain silent. The one you comfort may still suffer, or the one you guide may continue to wander. But my child, the words spoken in love are never wasted seeds. They will quietly take root and grow in the hearts of those who hear. And in the season I have appointed, they will bear fruit in ways beyond your imagining. What matters is not instant success, but your faithful choice to speak goodness day after day. I know there are times when you, too, grow weary. You, too, long for encouragement and healing words spoken over your own soul. And I am here, listening to every whispered cry in the night, lifting you each time you no longer have strength to speak. I am the endless wellspring of love, and when you allow me to fill you, from that fullness, your words will carry life, will shine with light, and will no longer be merely your voice, but the echo of my heart sounding in the world. Let your voice become an instrument in my hands, whether it is a loud song among many, or a gentle whisper in the ear of someone about to give up. Every word you speak, if spoken with obedience and love, can carry a fragment of heaven to the earth. Speak when the moment arises, and also learn to remain silent when needed. For serving me with your voice includes knowing when to hold a word, replacing it instead with an act of compassion, a glance of understanding, or an embrace filled with mercy. My beloved child, do not underestimate your place in my plan. I am not looking for perfect people. I am looking for willing hearts. And if you are willing, I will work wonders through the most ordinary words you utter. For it is not by your strength, but by my Spirit, He will breathe life into each sentence, each word, each syllable spoken in my name, so they may become the lifeblood for many others. So, my child, keep speaking, keep believing, keep serving through the very thing I have placed within you, a voice that carries the breath of life, the message of love, and the mission of light. The world needs you, and I am here, walking beside you, listening to every word you speak, and using them to bring about good greater than anything you have ever imagined. You are never alone. You are never too small, for you are my child, and your voice is a part of heaven's eternal voice. My precious child, on this journey with me, there will be times when you are called not only to speak pleasant and gentle words, but to become the trumpet that carries messages of challenge and weight straight from my heart. These messages will not always be welcomed. They may make you different, opposed, misunderstood, or even rejected. You may feel hesitant at the thought of saying things that are hard to hear, words that call people to change, to repent, to return to truth. But in those very moments, I want you to remember this: you are not speaking from yourself, but in my name, under my authority, and by my sending, I who formed you and placed my word in your heart like a holy flame that cannot be put out. My child, truth can be uncomfortable because it awakens the conscience, shaking the lies that people have grown used to. The world often prefers comfort, compromise, and what pleases the ear over what stirs the soul. But I did not call you to please the world. I called you to be faithful to what I have revealed. When a hard message is entrusted to you, you must not distort it, nor withhold it out of fear of how people might respond. For your silence in those moments is a form of agreement with the darkness. I know you will wrestle within your heart. You will ask yourself, if I say this, what will they think? Will they turn away from me? Am I causing hurt? But no, this true love sometimes requires the courage to speak hard truths. True love cannot remain silent when a soul is heading the wrong way. True love dares to speak, even at the cost of criticism, not to win an argument, but to awaken a heart and bring it home. That is why I need you. I need a heart willing to obey, not for popularity, not for human approval, but because it deeply loves truth and the souls of others. When you speak boldly words that call for change, words that warn against sin, do not think you are acting alone. You do not speak from your own wisdom or from your limited experience. You speak with my authority, and that authority does not come from a position or external influence. It comes from deep communion between you and me. Every word you lift up, when guided by me, carries the power of heaven, the power to break chains, to open blind eyes, to raise the fallen, and to bring a soul back to life in the light. My child, be steadfast. You may find yourself standing alone. Even those closest to you may not understand why you say what you do. But do not let that loneliness shake the calling I have placed upon your life. Instead, remember that the prophets before you faced the same loneliness. Jeremiah was hated for speaking truth. Isaiah had to call a stubborn nation. Elijah thought he was the last one left who was faithful. But I never abandoned them, and I will never abandon you. Rise up, my child. Walk forward in trust. Open your mouth not to judge, but to bring truth in love to a world that is hurting. Let every word you speak be soaked in mercy and righteousness. Do not stay silent before lies out of fear of causing pain. And do not speak just to win a debate, forgetting the bleeding heart behind the argument. Let your words be born from love, wrapped in wisdom, and guided by my Holy Spirit. When you obey me in speaking even the hardest truths, you reveal your maturity and faith. You live as a true child of mine, fearless, uncompromising, yet humble and firm. You do not merely speak for the present moment, you are planting seeds for others' futures. They may resist you today, but one day, when your words echo back in their minds, my spirit will use those very words to awaken them, to change them, and to save them. My beloved, I know you are tender enough to feel the pain of others, but also brave enough not to shy away from the truth. And that is what makes you a precious instrument in my hands. I do not need perfect people. I need hearts that are willing to obey. And you are such a heart. Do not fear. Do not hesitate. Step forward and speak as I have placed within you. Speak with the assurance that every time you open your mouth, all of heaven is with you, lifting you, and using you as a channel of light in a world overshadowed by darkness. Remember, obedience in easy things proves little, but obedience in hard things shows that your faith is truly alive. I am proud of you, my child, and when you speak the words I have given you, you are not only serving me, you are helping to transform an entire generation. So speak, proclaim, lift up your voice, not with aggression, but with integrity and love, for then your voice will become my voice, the voice that brings life. My beloved child, perhaps in the quiet moments, amid the endless noise of life, you find yourself silently asking, how can I recognize your voice? Father, among so many calls, so many worries, so much busyness, truly, the world today is unceasing in its noise. It is a constant current of information, opinions, voice, and external expectations. These sounds can sweep you into a wearying cycle, dulling your sense of the sacred and causing you to question even the deepest stirrings within your own heart. But I want you to know, my child, that my voice is never silent. It never disappears amid the noise. It's just that sometimes you need to pause, to listen with your whole heart and soul, to truly feel my living presence in the gentle silence. My child, recognizing my voice is not something that happens in a fleeting moment or through an instant method. It is the fruit of a loving and intimate journey, the sweet harvest of a living relationship between you and me. Just as a child becomes familiar with the voice of an earthly father, so too will you learn to recognize my voice when you spend time with me each day. When you draw near to me, when your heart turns toward me not out of fear or obligation but out of a longing to be in the arms of true love, then you will begin to recognize the gentlest sounds, the quietest whispers within your soul as my voice. The world will tell you, hurry, do more, to be busier in order to be recognized. But I am not in the clamor of anxiety or the pressure of invisible demands. I am in peace. In the moments when you sit quietly alone and open your heart to me through simple prayer. It is then, though there may be no external sound, that you will feel my word echo within your being like a soft breeze, stirring your longing soul. That is the whisper of wisdom, of unconditional love, of guidance that never leads astray. I do not shout to capture your attention, because I do not desire to seize your heart by force. I wait for you to open it freely, to come in near, and to rest beside me as a child who trusts and loves their father. The more time you spend in my presence, whether through prayer, scripture, or moments of inward stillness, the more your heart will be softened, cleansed of the noise, and the more clearly you will recognize my voice, for my voice is always consistent. I do not speak words that cause fear, confusion, or pressure. I speak words that bring peace, light, and strength in truth. As you learn to discern that difference, you will no longer be swayed by false voices or fleeting emotions. My beloved child, do not expect to hear my voice in haste or hurry. True love takes time to nurture, just like an intimate relationship between two souls. You and I need time, sincerity, and a heart that longs to seek. When you offer the first moments of your day to converse with me, when you close your eyes amid the chaos of life and whisper, "Father, please show me the path you desire for me," in those very words, you are opening a door to hear me more clearly. And when you repeat this daily, with persistence and honesty, you will be amazed to find that my voice becomes as familiar to you as your own breath. My child, do not be discouraged if you sometimes still wonder, is this really God's voice or just my own thoughts? I understand that confusion, because I know you are a fragile creation in a turbulent world. But I encourage you, keep coming closer. Keep listening. Keep speaking to me with a sincere heart. For the more you listen, the more clearly you will hear. And the more clearly you hear, the more confidently you will step out, speak forth, and live out the word I have etched into your heart. Then, you will no longer be afraid. You will no longer be shaken, because the words you speak will no longer be your own. They will echo from a heart in deep union with heaven. My beloved child, let your soul become a sacred sanctuary where my voice is always heard. Live as if every breath is a prayer. Let every thought, every word, and every action flow from a life intimately united with me. For when that happens, not only will you recognize my voice, but those around you will recognize me through you. They will see the light in your eyes, the wisdom in your words, the peace in your presence. And then you will become a living sign of my love and guidance in a world desperately longing for a true voice. Trust that I am never silent to those who sincerely seek me. Listen with a tender heart. Wait with unwavering faith, and walk forward with the confidence that your voice is not lifted in uncertainty, but in the clear direction of the one who loves, protects, and guides you every moment, every step, every breath. And in that sacred communion, you will realize I am never distant. I am whispering to you, today and forever. My beloved child, among the countless voices echoing through this busy world, I invite you once again, come sit with me just 11 minutes. But 11 minutes that can illuminate your entire life. Do not let worries, the whispers of doubt, or unfinished tasks distract your heart. For what I am about to speak to you, my child, is not a fleeting word, but a word of eternal significance, a word of life, of transformation, of purpose that I have held in my heart for you since before you were formed in your mother's womb. This is a moment of divine grace, a moment heaven has prepared for you to step into the high calling I have destined from the beginning. My child, your voice is not an accident. It is a gift I gave uniquely to you. Like an instrument intricately crafted by the hands of the Creator, not everyone carries the same tone, the same resonance, or the same power that flows from within. Your voice, though you may have once hesitated, felt small, or believed it insignificant, is in fact a sacred tool I have placed within you to speak truth, to heal the brokenhearted, to uplift the despairing, and to proclaim the glory of God to a world thirsting for light. The angels, my faithful messengers of heaven, are whispering of this. They see you with holy eyes. They know the mission I've entrusted to you, and they rejoice because you are about to step into the most crucial season of your life, the moment when you rise up and lift your voice, not to exalt yourself, but to glorify me. You are not alone. In heaven and on earth, a host of light stands with you, strengthening you, guiding you on this path to declare my truth. Remember, your voice is not merely ordinary. It is the echo of a heart that has been touched by me. It bears the mark of the moments you knelt in silence and wept, of the nights you wrestled in prayer, of the times you surrendered all and found refuge in me alone. It is in those hidden places that I have refined you, shaped you, and placed upon your lips words not born of self, but breathed out by my Spirit. Now, when you speak, it is no longer just you, it is I speaking through you. When you step out and lift your voice, you are not representing your own will, but carrying a message from heaven, a voice that reflects the love, truth, and power of the living one. Do you know, my child, there are those walking in darkness, weary in their search for a glimmer of hope, waiting to hear just one word, one encouragement, one small sign from above. And I have chosen you, yes, you to bring them light. Your voice will be like a lighthouse in the night, like living water in a barren desert. It will not only soothe the thirst of weary souls, but it will awaken faith in hearts grown cold. It will become a reminder that I, the Lord God, am still present, still loving, still working through those who listen and obey. I have appointed you for this very time, not when you are stronger, not when you are more perfect, but now, in your vulnerability, in the very weaknesses you once saw as flaws. It is there that my power is made perfect. Do not shrink back because of the past. Do not be afraid of your shortcomings. I did not choose you because you were impressive or complete. I chose you because your heart is tender to truth, because your ears hear my voice, and because your lips are willing to speak what I place within. The world may doubt, people may dismiss, but I will always stand by you, unmoving, unyielding, never turning away. You are a precious vessel, filled with my glory. You were not created to remain silent or hidden forever. You were created to echo my love, to proclaim messages that bring eternal life. Whether your voice reaches one person or multitudes, the power lies not in the number who hear, but in the authority of the one who sends you. And once you trust my voice, trust the gift I've given, you will find yourself lifted by something greater than fear, greater than circumstance, greater than yourself. So, my beloved child, rise. Step out of the shadows of doubt and limitation. Give me your full attention in every moment of your life, so that every word you speak flows from holiness, from my guidance, and from my mercy. Let your voice be a bell that calls souls home, a bridge between heaven and earth, a flame that warms the coldest hearts. I believe in you, and I am with you always, even to the very end of time. Through you, the world will know that my love never fails, and the light I have kindled within you will shine into even the darkest corners. My beloved child, among the countless souls moving with the tides of uncertain time, there is one thing that never changes. The loving gaze of your Father is always upon you. Yet it is not only I who watch your every step. My angels, the holy servants of heaven, are also attentively beholding you with radiant joy and eager anticipation. They do not see you as a mere person drifting in a chaotic world. Rather, they behold within you a light I have kindled since the beginning of creation. They see the sacred potential I have sown in you, and they know with certainty that the time is drawing near when you will step into the place prepared for you within the great story I am writing. My child, every soul I have created has never been the result of chance. Each one is a necessary stroke in the grand divine masterpiece. And you, yes, you are a vital part of that design. You are not forgotten, not hidden, and not replaceable. You have been chosen, prepared, and entrusted with a voice, not merely to speak ordinary words, but to carry the authority of heaven, to become a vessel through which my love, justice, and mercy can be poured out upon a humanity longing for the living word. Your voice is not merely a sound born of vocal cords. It is the culmination of the pain you have endured, the prayers you have whispered through tears, and the wounds I have healed with my own hands. For this reason, it carries the weight of mercy, of truth, and of hope. The angels have seen it. They perceive that your voice has the power not only to stir hearts, but to break the chains of darkness, to lift souls from the brink of despair, and to open the door that leads to light. Rise, my child. Do not hesitate. Step into the position I have set apart for you, a place that no one else can occupy. Do not wait until you feel good enough, worthy enough, or strong enough, for it is within your weakness that I will manifest greatness. Faith is not about confidence in your own ability, but complete trust in my power and faithfulness. When you open your mouth to speak, even if it is a simple word, if you speak under the guidance of my Spirit, that word will echo to the heights of heaven. I know there are moments when you doubt yourself, when you question whether your voice holds any weight to bring change. But I tell you this, do not measure your strength through the lens of the world. See yourself through my eyes. I have given you that voice to be used, not withheld. When you begin to walk in faith, every word you speak becomes a tool to open paths, to bring healing, to shatter chains, and to illuminate the way back to me for others. My child, the angels do not rejoice because you are flawless, but because they see your obedience. They do not wait for you to accomplish greatness by the world's standards. They await your first word spoken with sincerity of heart. They clap their hands when you step out of your comfort zone, when you choose truth over silence, when you choose love over fear, and when you stand in your rightful place. You will see, you are never alone. My presence will cover you like a mantle of power, and your voice, when it is raised, will be touched by my Spirit and become a living voice that carries the light of heaven. Believe, with unwavering certainty, that I will never leave you to stand alone in the mission I have begun within you. The words you speak, if they are born of me, will not fall into emptiness. Every word spoken in love and truth is remembered, is used to shake the hearts of mankind, to awaken them, to build my kingdom here on earth. Your voice, whether soft or bold, whether quiet or resounding, holds divine value when you allow me to act through it. And you will see, through every word you speak in my name, you too will be transformed. Not only will others be touched, but you yourself will be healed, lifted up, and led into a deeper knowledge of my immense love. I do not require perfection from you. I require willingness, and when you offer your voice for my use, all of heaven will move. For a soul who yields to the call of their Father is a soul that can ignite the world with light. Rise, my beloved. Step forward boldly with trust. Let your voice be heard not because you need attention, but because the world is in need of salvation. Let your words become a bridge between heaven and earth. And through you, through every sentence marked with love and light, the world will come to see God is alive, God is moving, and God is still calling His children to rise and fulfill a sacred mission that nothing on earth can stop. You were born for this moment, and through you, I will do great things. My beloved child, this very moment is not a random pause, nor is it an aimless stop along your journey. This is your appointed time, the moment I ordained long before time began. When you were still in your mother's womb, when your first breath touched your tender soul, and throughout the years filled with tears, trials, and a longing to walk in my will. Now, in this moment, I call you to step out of the familiar, out of hesitation, out of the whispering doubts that try to hold you back. This is the time to rise in faith, not a fragile faith based on fleeting feelings, but a steadfast faith rooted in the one who formed you, called you, and walks with you in every breath. My child, I do not call the perfect, I call the willing. I do not search for flawless vessels, but for vessels that are moldable in my hands, so that I may fill them with life, love, and divine power. And you are one of those vessels. I have placed within you not only a heart capable of love, but also a voice, a tool, imbued with transforming power. Your voice is not merely a means of communication, it is an instrument I have anointed. When you speak truth and love, when you dare to speak out for justice, for healing, for the souls suffering in the shadows, then it is my voice that echoes through yours. Do not let fear silence you. Do not allow judgment, comparison, or the memories of past failures to convince you that you are unworthy. It is in the deepest places of human weakness that I, your Father, do my greatest work. When you speak not with your own boldness, but with steadfast trust in the one who has called you, every word that flows from your lips becomes a seed planted in the hearts of others, a seed of hope, of transformation, of eternal life. And that voice of yours will echo farther than you could ever imagine, reaching beyond the boundaries of space and time, because it carries the authority of heaven. I have equipped you not just today, but long ago. Every wound you have endured, every moment you fell and rose again, every time you prayed alone or sang in faith, each of these was part of the preparation. Nothing in your life is meaningless. Every experience has shaped your soul into a strong, finely tuned instrument upon which I now play the melodies of heaven. Do not measure yourself by human standards, for I do not look at you based on what you have or have not done. I see you through the boundless love of the Creator, the one who knows exactly why you were formed, who trusts that you can bring His glory into this world. Remember Samuel, the young boy who heard my voice in the stillness of the night. While the world slumbered, Samuel answered, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." And my child, I hear that same whisper rising from your heart. I was with Samuel through every trial, every word he spoke, every path he walked. In the same way, I am with you not as a distant observer, but as a father who holds you in his loving arms, walking with you, lifting you up, and breathing strength into your soul. Just as I was with Samuel, so now I am with you, giving you wisdom, courage, and understanding to speak what I have placed within your heart. You do not need to have every answer. You only need to obey and take the next step. As you move forward, I will clear the path. As you speak, I will place the words upon your lips. As you hesitate, I will hold your hand firmly. The world is in desperate need of voices, lit by true love, not loud, boastful voice, but voices of truth, of mercy, and of the light of heaven. And I have chosen you to be one of those voices, my beloved child. Your voice is light in the darkness. It is a call for the wandering to return. It is the breath of new life to withered souls. Do not doubt any longer. Rise up, open your mouth, and let your voice be heard. Do not speak in fear, but in full confidence that all of heaven stands behind you. When you speak, angels will move. When you speak, hearts bound in chains will be set free. When you speak, a generation will awaken. Believe in yourself as I believe in you. See yourself as I see you, strong, courageous, and anointed for a sacred mission. This moment is not a coincidence, it is destiny. And you, yes, you, are an essential part of my divine plan for the world. I am with you, present in every beat of your heart, and through you, my will shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. Not because you are perfect, but because I love you beyond measure. Not because you are without flaw, but because I am the one who forgives, who restores, and who creates wonders out of the broken pieces. So, my child, believe, walk forward, speak out, and let the whole world hear my voice echoing through yours, the voice that carries life, hope, and an unfading love. Amen. As a child of God, know that I am always beside you in every moment, to remind you continually to live in faith and in the love that I pour out upon you. Follow and turn on notifications so that you never miss the words I speak to you from the heights of heaven. Amen.